What's up guys, Matt Mrozek aka MVM397 with video number 2 tonight, and this is another unboxing for the G-System 1/60th gun cannon conversion kit. I've been wanting this for a very long time, and they finally re-released it at a really good price. So I got it. I just like it. I think it's cool. And it's one of the original mobile suits. So cool design. Let's crack it open. And notice how small the box is. It's really small. You know why? Because they don't give you one of those cheap ass acrylic stands. I hate those stands from G-System. They're cheap. They're good for holding up like maybe a master grade, and that's about it, because they don't hold any weight. So I'd rather get just a small box like this, because I can take all these pieces and I can put it in with the perfect grade RX-78, which that's the frame it requires, is a perfect grade RX-78. So I've already opened this once, but I'll show you what it comes with. This is one of their older releases. It was originally released in, let's see if it tells me, sometimes they do. Let's see, 2004. So this was released, where is it? August. Focus, right there. 2004. About 10 years ago. So it's an older conversion kit. I have not seen it released ever since I've been building, for the past 7 or 8 years. I have not seen this re-released. So GSB at one time had it, and theirs was really cheap, but I never pulled the trigger. So we get our usual 2 photos, front and back. Again, I always think they should get more photos since you're paying a premium for their kits. So put those back in there. And this kit doesn't have a ton of parts. I'll go over the specs here in a second. Instruction sheet. So number of parts of resin, 147. That's not that much. And then it gives you everything else. There's one LED for the head. Some nice close-up shots of the finished kit. Looking good. You're able to remove some of the hatches or open them to show some of the frame off, which is nice. So there you go. And then, as with any G-System kit, you get a parts list right here. And there's only one sheet for the parts list on this one, because again, there's not a whole lot of parts. And it tells, here's the instructions. I don't know, I like these older kits. They're a lot simpler than the newer ones. They require more masking because the part breakdown isn't quite as excessive, but I don't know. They're simpler to build. They're easier actually, to be honest. So here's the details on how to put it together. Here's your wiring diagram, and they even give you a core fighter, and I'll show that too. It's a solid piece of resin that's a core fighter. Whether I'm going to paint that and detail it, I don't know. Probably not. It's basically just there to hold the kit together. There's the beam rifle. Here's a detail of the arm. You can see all the pieces that get used on the arm. So again, basically you're using the internal frame and replacing the armor. Looks like this uses a good portion of the frame, so you won't be throwing any of it away. Just the armor of the perfect grade kit. And then here is the gun cannon parts that go on the shoulder and the backpack and the waist and hips. Now, one thing you have to do is the little flanges that go on the tip of the cannons that aren't provided. You have to make those out of cardstock or something. That's no big deal. And they say batteries not provided. And then you get a nice sheet of decals, and G-System decals are really nice. Pull it out. And these are pre-cut, which is nice. And those look sharp. Not a whole lot. I have a whole stash of decals that I could use, that I could slap on here if I want to add more. I'm not sure if I'll do that. I do like decaling. That is my favorite part of the process. Out of the entire build process, decaling is my favorite. I say it all the time. It's my favorite. It's like, to me, it's when the kit really comes together, and I don't know, it just gives it life, in my opinion. Adds all those little details and stuff. So there's the instructions, nicely packed with some foam. wrapping. And the first thing we get here are the plastic tubes for the gun cannons, a metal barrel, which is nice for the gun, battery box with LED pre-wired. There's some soldering you have to do there, not too bad. I get some plastic joints, those are probably for the hips, I guess. And you get one vacuum form piece, and one piece of clear resin for the visor and the eye and all that stuff. This one right there. Let's see if it'll focus. There it goes. Nicely casted. And some of the pieces. Again, I'm not going to go through all these. I'll pull out some of the bigger pieces and look at the casting. Like I said, I've opened this before. Here's the foot, or the feet. And G-System seems to be getting a little better with their casting. In my opinion, they're kind of falling apart there for a while. But this is typical of their older kits as far as the type of resin. The details look sharp. You know, I think they're a little excessive on their pore marks. I think they should cut those off a little bit more for you. And they tend to have a little more flash than other resin kits. And that's all in the mold making process. So I don't know who's making their molds. But again, it's looking pretty good. I'm not seeing any slag. Here's the core fighter. Let's pull the core fighter out and look at that. It's a solid piece of resin. So if you do want to paint the core fighter, maybe quite a bit of masking. It's no big deal. Part of model building, but there it is. So it's a fold-up core fighter, and there's a pretty nasty seam right along the side there. But again, once the suit's together, you don't see it anyway. This basically just holds it together. So here's that. And here are some of the shoulder parts that go over the shoulders. Nice detail, pretty simple. Cleanup doesn't look too bad on this kit. It's better than others. I've had some questionable G-System kits. I'm going to pull this apart. This is the upper torso. So we can get that apart and maybe dry fit these pieces together, see what it looks like. So this will go like so. Again, this has not been cleaned up at all, so it may not fit whatsoever. A little piece of flash right there. Let's see if we can get rid of it. Let's see if we get rid of that little piece of flash, and we'll see if we can't pop these two together. See right there's a little piece of flash where the pin is. I'm just gonna take it off real quick. And let's see what this does. So again, needs some cleanup, but it's not going together right now. There's some slag here and there, but there's the top part. Yeah, definitely not Neo grade quality. Man, if every resin kit manufacturer could do what Neo grade does, we'd have some happy modelers. But anyway, the thing about a garage kit is that you have to understand that these were designed by hand, sculpted by hand, so there's going to be imperfections, especially these older kits. Before 3D printing was around and all that stuff. So here is the head. Let's pull the head out. Let's see what the head looks like. Nice head. There it is. Again, a huge pore spout. I mean, come on. You gotta clean it up a little bit, don't you think? And the panel lines are going to be rescribed. I always rescribe my panel lines on resin kits, because by the time you put down 3 or 4 coats of good primer, they get filled up pretty easily. And here's the kind of the crotch area. Some nice detail right there. You can mask that off and paint it. That's looking pretty good. Fuel tanks for the backpack. Excuse me. Fuel tanks for the backpack. Got some flash right there. Clean off. Nothing too bad. I mean, just pretty much whisks away, and then you sand sand the seam line, not bad. And that goes all the way around. And there's some slag that needs to be cleaned up there. Right there. Not too bad. Let's see. And if I sound a little tired, I'm tired. I've had a very busy few weeks at work, so I haven't had this actually these two boxes right here. The first time I've touched a model in like 2.5, 3 weeks. Because I haven't had time. Part of the gun cannon. There's 2 of those. And here's some of the leg armor. I'll pull those out. Let's see. So there's a male pin there and a female on this side. This will go on like that and wrap around the perfect grade frame. This is the right side. And they give you some nice details on the inside right here. Up inside the ankle. So you can paint those separately. Put those back in there. Some greebles. Parts of the hands, parts of the shoulder joints. And here's the rifle. Or part of the rifle, I should say. Like that. And this is the skirts. There's a skirt right there, pretty simple. If I was a super duper detailer like all these really good modelers would be, I'd go in there, I'd scribe all sorts of panel lines and plot plate. And that's just not me. I really enjoy looking at that type of work. I really have not ever had the ambition to do that. I don't know, maybe I'm just lazy. Anyway, that's it. Perfect grade gun cannon. I don't know if that was a pretty uneventful unboxing, but it's a kit that I've been wanting to add to my collection for a very, very, very long time, and it finally became available again. So I used some money I got for Christmas to get that. So anyway, and of course, once you pull it out of the box, it never goes back the same way, especially on these smaller boxes. So what I do when I get a conversion kit like this, I'll take all the resin pieces after I do a part count, and I'll throw it in the same box as the perfect grade kit. And it's just easier. Then it's one box. I mean, because you have to have the plastic kit to build this, so why not just throw it all in one box? And I usually throw away the G System box. It doesn't, there's no real reason to keep it. The only reason to really keep it is if you're going to sell it again in the future and someone wants, oh, well, I want the G System box. Well, sorry. As long as all the pieces are there, that's all I care about. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed it, and I kind of know what comes in that kit. So if you're considering getting it, you know what you're getting yourself into. And again, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. And hopefully I'll have another video up shortly on the Kshatriya. And I've got to get working on some more of these commissions. I wish I could just quit my day job and just build. It would be awesome. But no such luck. There it is. Get it while you can, while it's still in stock. It's a good price. Well worth it. Thanks for watching. Take care.